What's up, guys? I am Justin.
And I'm Jordan.
And welcome to another video game podcast,
where different gamers talk about different games.
Absolutely. I am an RPG fantasy type of player. Jordan is a competitive shooter type of player.
Always. Love them.
And we are going off in a little bit of a different direction this week because we are talking about...
Minecraft.
Yeah.
I know that this is a huge game. I'm going to be honest off the jump. I've played maybe a cumulative of 10 hours of Minecraft throughout my life.
Yeah, and I only played it near the beginning. So since neither of us are experts on Minecraft, we decided to pull in someone that is an expert on Minecraft. So welcome our friend, Callan.
What's going on?
Hey, buddy. Let's get started with, when did you start playing Minecraft?
So I started, I believe, in 5th grade. My buddy Tyler, he had a computer and he downloaded it, and that was during the beta. And he was just like, "This game's really fun. You should, watch me play and then get it yourself." And that was where it all started.
How old are you now?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm 23 right now. So 5th grade, I was 11.
A long time.
So yeah.
So, Cameron, what would you say is what would you say you play the most in terms of the different modes?
I mainly play survival. I dabble in creative when I just need to get an idea down, but that's about it.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you mean by get an idea down?
So when I watch a lot of Minecraft YouTubers, so I will watch a video of theirs and I'll see like a really cool idea where they do, a house under a cave that's got like a waterfall, and I'm like, oh, I want to do something like that. So I'll hop in creative, kind of get how I want to do it down. So creative ideas like that, I just kind of get an idea through messing around. But then when I try to do like redstone contraptions, I'll hop in creative so that I know exactly how it works and I can figure it out and then like almost copy paste it into my survival world.
Okay, so I have so many questions already. So many questions. First of all, so tell me again, why... So I need a story when I play video games. So I don't even need a story. I need a point. Like, I need a clear objective, and I feel like that's where I struggle with enjoying Minecraft. So, like, you said the reason that you play, and I want you to go ahead and do it again. Like, why do you play Minecraft? For you, what pulls you in?
I play Minecraft because of the whole creativity aspect. Like, there's no rules. You can do whatever you want. You can create whatever you want, do whatever you want to do. And so I like to just make these crazy, like, cool-looking builds that, one after another kind of creates this whole realm that is just fun to look at and fun to walk around. And it's just fun building it in general as well, because you can mess around and literally do whatever you want to do. And then once you complete it and then you have a lot of builds in your world, it's just a really good feeling, of completion. And yeah.
So, Catherine, when you build stuff, you say you're adding on a lot of stuff. Do you mainly do your own original creations, or do you try to recreate things in the real world? Because I've seen some crazy ones. Like I myself tried to commit myself as a middle schooler to recreate Disneyland, and I got like halfway through Main Street, and then I just quit. And so, but I've seen people, recreate Hogwarts, and there's actually a full, no joke, a playable server with quests that was a little bit modded of RuneScape. It's called Mindscape, and you can actually play RuneScape in Minecraft, and it's really cool idea. And so, like, what do you mainly do?
Um, I usually I try to put off killing the Ender Dragon um, for as long as possible.
What?
Well, because that's when
Ender what?
Ender Dragon. That's kind of like the you know the main goal in the world is because when you beat the Ender Dragon, the credits scroll, and there's this
So
whole dialogue.
there's a point, at least. That's my
Yes,
thing. That's where I've always struggled. Is because I'm like,
that's
what is the goddamn point? Like, what the fuck am I doing here?
yeah. I would suggest doing a world where you grind to get good enough gear, and then take on the Ender Dragon, and then beat it, and then if you feel like playing after that, you can do that. But there is a point because that wasn't there during the beta, but then um, now
So,
there is.
but also, Caleb, I feel like Minecraft has come out like how many times now? Like 12 times? Like, what even is. So, there's Minecraft Survival, I feel like. There's Minecraft Dungeons, right? Like, what is all of these different things? Like, what is the variations that I'm looking at?
I love Minecraft Dungeons.
What is it?
So my wife and I, weirdly enough, so we downloaded it on our phones because you can download the Xbox app on Android phones, and we have these little Razer Kishis, are what they're called, and you're basically controllers that you plug into your uh, they're controllers that you plug into your phone, and we would lay in bed and play Minecraft Dungeons. It's literally like a top-down Diablo style, although not nearly as hardcore, dungeon crawler where you get
Okay.
gear and level up and all this kind of stuff, and that's actually a lot of fun. So it's like an RPG, top-down RPG
Is
with
there any
Minecraft.
building?
No, not really. It's
Okay.
you create a warrior or archer or something like that, and it's at least it's not as far as we got.
Okay.
We haven't gotten a ton really far, but it's an absolute ton of fun, and so I have a really good time with that. And so that is one of the talking points I want to talk about was Minecraft Dungeons because even if you don't like Minecraft, you can really like Minecraft Dungeons. It's a more family friendly. So it's not really like you're actually playing Diablo,
Mhm.
or anything like that. But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I completely agree. I love Minecraft Dungeons. I never played Diablo or any dungeon crawlers, but Minecraft Dungeons is an awesome game as well. I really love it.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. Um, so I feel like Minecraft really helped bring out the like a survival game, right? Because like in Minecraft, when you die, how much do you actually lose? Like, because I remember that there's like a leveling system in quotation marks. Like, how does that even matter? Why does it reset every time I die? Like, what's the point of that?
So, the levels are for you to enchant items, and when you die, let's say you're at level 30, I think you get like 5 levels back if you find where you died and grab all your stuff.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, if you're enchanting armor or tools and you want to do that again, like it takes a while to level up, so
Is it
you'll
like
be waiting.
I have to hit a certain level in order
So
to do a certain enchantment,
there's
or
yes, 3 different levels of enchantment. Um, I forget. I think 24 is like the beginning of the second level, and 30 is the beginning of the third level. That's the best. Um, so you you try to not die once you um, get to level 30, but sometimes you do, and then you try to grab the rest of the
that
experience
would
that
piss
is
me
on
the
your body.
fuck off.
It's very
That
annoying.
would piss me the fuck off. I would be like, that would make me want to run my fist through my computer screen.
Yeah, imagine that, but as well as losing your levels, you lose all your, diamond gear that you had on you, um, which is why they released that like totem of undying. If you're holding that in your hand when
Hmm.
you die, you don't die. You just lose the totem of undying. So
Okay.
that's nice. That's come in clutch a few times.
Yeah.
It's hard to get, but
This is so far like out of my knowledge of Minecraft because I'm just like, redstone and TNT and dirt and stone, and you build a house, and that's your goal. And now we're talking about like totems and enchanting and all this crazy stuff. And I have played some like later Minecraft updates when they had all this stuff, but I never played survival. I was always more into the creation stuff. Like I liked building castles and giant giant pixel art pieces and stuff like that, just kind of letting my imagination go, which does bring me to a really good question. So Karen, when how long does it take you in a game to resist the urge to build a penis?
I was thinking the same thing 30 seconds earlier. I was like, have people made pixel art porn in Minecraft?
oh yeah.
Was it Rule 36 or whatever? Rule 36 Minecraft?
Yeah, it's kind of a rule. The first few worlds you build, you have to make a penis.
Like a massive dick and balls, 3D,
Yeah.
3D too. Can't be just the outline.
And they usually have to be in gold at some point as well. You have to make it a
Yes.
royal penis.
Yeah, it's something that took time and effort to build.
Nice. Can you make it shoot?
Redstone, you can make anything happen.
Ew.
You could
Redstone?
You could. Well, you could. You could make like put items in a dropper and then shoot it up water to make it come out of the hole. So you could potentially make anything come out
Yeah.
if it's an item in the game.
Okay. Caleb, what is the craziest thing that you've ever made, like in Minecraft? Because I've seen some crazy things. Like he talked about Hogwarts. I've seen that. I've seen literally a 1-for-1 recreation of Earth, like in a server, and then they put in like different restaurants and shit. Granted, it's not super detailed, but like, the town that has this particular restaurant, you go there in Minecraft, it might have that restaurant. Like, what is the craziest thing that you've done, and what's the craziest thing that you've ever seen from Minecraft?
Ever seen? Because there's two different aspects I would go about this. There's redstone creations, and then there's like building creations.
Like the more stagnant ones, like just remakes and stuff.
Yeah. There's people who have made computers in Minecraft, like a working like a screen with a keyboard. You can type your name and it pops up on the screen a few seconds later.
What the fuck?
Well, because think about it. Redstone is on or off, which is the ones and zeros of a computer.
Oh my god. Okay, so then how do I know I'm not living in a simulation right now?
You don't.
How do I know? If Minecraft, if I can go into a simulation and literally make another computer, how do I not know I'm in a simulation right now? You're a fucking asshole, Callan.
We're in Minecraft right now. Like, this is Minecraft.
Yeah, an elaborate Minecraft.
Yeah, an elaborate Minecraft.
Yo, real quick, anyone listening to this, look up Meat Canyon. He's an animator on YouTube. He has one of the. Don't watch it if you're like easily weirded out by weird animation. But he has a video about Minecraft, which is like a kid ascending to a godliness of Minecraft where he gets sucked in the game and crucified. And it's like so messed up, but it's so like... He's known for his really weird animation. Meat Canyon's awesome, though. Shout out to Meat Canyon. He doesn't need my shout out. I don't know why I'm shouting out.
Wait,
You do realize that like 6 people watch this podcast, right?
I think I saw that guy on Moist Critical
He
stream.
I think his most popular one is like an Ed, Ed and Eddie animation.
Oh, I'm thinking of someone else, but yeah, I think I've seen that same.
It's
Ed,
a
Ed and Eddie
weird dude, but I find it so intriguing. So one thing I do want to talk about is the impact that Minecraft had. Minecraft came out, I think, in 2011, right? Am I right on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds about.
Well, 2010 was when Notch first released, uh, like
The
his,
alpha or whatever.
yeah,
Hmm.
basically like, hey, I'm doing this game. What do you guys think?
Yeah, so it came out around 2011, which is the same year as Skyrim. Which I mean, if you look at the graphic differences, it's a totally different style. So it's really interesting to see. But um, I think it came out at a perfect time because this is when YouTube Let's Plays began to pop off like that. And at the time Minecraft became huge, it was all over YouTube. That's all you could see when you went to the video game channels. So I think that boosted its popularity a lot. And as it became more and more popular, it popularized very different things within the gaming industry, such as like you talked about how that he released it in like an alpha stage. That became much more acceptable later, and I think that it wasn't solely because of Minecraft, but I think a good influence of it had to do with Minecraft. I mean, think about this is one of the few games that went from, showing it as an alpha and progressively was added on more and more and more. And now you can go to like any toys, any store like Walmart. Go to Walmart in the toy section, you'll see these like foam Minecraft pickaxes and swords, and the level of hype and it is a huge chunk of pop culture. And not it also I think popularized a lot more of the survival content. Because you look at games like Valheim and Ark and all that kind of stuff, and these all came out after Minecraft.
Yeah,
You
and not
know,
to mention all the Minecraft spin-offs. Like, what the fuck? There were hundreds, where it's copy and paste the exact same thing, except they were like 3 months behind Minecraft always.
dude, I remember being in eighth grade middle school on my iPod Touch playing a Minecraft bootleg app that was so terrible, but I remember it very clearly.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a lot of those ripoffs on the App Store.
It basically created a genre. It was
Oh
the
yeah,
first of a genre, and it had such an impact. And what I said about survival games, obviously, survival games existed long before Minecraft. But I think that the modern day formula that we see, where you have to eat every now and again, and eating can restore health and all that kind of stuff. I mean, even something that's completely different type of game, like DayZ or something, a zombie survival game with realistic graphics ish and all that kind of stuff. You see the similarities between that system and Minecraft.
yeah. Um, it definitely influenced all the survival games
Hmm.
because, like you said, with Ark, and then even like Roblox. Roblox just had their stock come out on the stock market, and Minecraft influenced a lot of games in Roblox, and I remember playing that around the same
I
time.
literally was just thinking about that. Roblox, as of just recently, just this last week, we record this on Fridays, and so earlier this week, Roblox just became a stock, and it's
What the
so
fuck?
far, yeah, it's so far performing well above expectations.
Jesus.
Yeah, last I looked, it was like $75 a stock. I'm not sure now.
Wow. I mean, so I guess my gripe with Minecraft is like, I don't know. I want more of a point to it. Is there, what about Minecraft story mode? Isn't that a thing? Can you
Yep.
tell me about that, Catherine?
I already used
So
Catherine.
I'm sorry, can you tell me
you
about that,
did, you
Kate?
did. Um, I bought Minecraft Season 1 and Season 2. I only played like three-fourths of the first
Mm-hmm.
season, and then I kind of
Why?
stopped.
Reviews were mixed.
Yeah, so if it would have come out when I first got into Minecraft, I would have loved
Mm-hmm.
it, but it really is geared towards a much younger age.
Mm.
It's still good because it's made by Telltale, and it's got a few like uh, one of the voice actors is in a lot of kids movies, but it's good, but it just is a little too simple and like I would like more points where I can kind of change the
Rest
story.
in peace, Telltale.
Yeah.
Callan, so what were you going to school for? Because I feel like it takes a certain mind to like Minecraft and to like be doing a certain thing. And weren't you going to school for like engineering?
Yeah, mechanical engineering. But I would um, argue part of the reason why I like this game is because obviously mechanical engineering is all left brain,
Hmm.
logistical, like 2 plus 2 is 4.
Which I feel like
But with
there's a lot
Minecraft,
of that in
is the
Minecraft.
opposite.
Really?
Yeah, I think it really encourages the creative, like right brain aspect of your mind.
Even if you're
Really?
counting in the redstone stuff. So, for those of you who don't know what redstone is, when you keep talking about redstone contraptions, redstone is something that it basically activates other things. So there are redstone bricks, and then there are also redstone dust. And this is my knowledge, so there may be more now. But redstone dust you can make a trail of. So just a very simple contraption could be if I place a lever and then I make a trail of red dust from that lever to a door that's, a long ways away. When I activate that lever, that will open and shut the door. And so with Redstone though, with people's creative minds, they have made the most insane things. Like he said, like computer. I've seen a working clock, a calculator, and all these amazing things. Because like he said, it's just an on and off switch, which are just ones and zeros.
Hmm.
And so people that are much smarter than us have made insane things with that. And so I honestly think it's with those kind of contraptions, it's probably both sides of the brain. You're using that brain of mathematics and stuff of ones and zeros to create all this cool stuff, but you also have to be creative because you're making it in a non-realistic world. You can't apply real world physics and real world, solutions to what you're trying to do in Minecraft. You have to be more creative about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Go ahead.
what have you done, Cassandra, with Redstone?
So I mainly only use redstone for sometimes I'll make a base in a cave and I'll use redstones to light a bunch of lamps across the cave, or I can turn them on and off. Um, Most of the time, I'm just making uh, piston doors, like flush or not. Flush just means it's completely hidden, that you don't see any of the redstone wiring. But piston doors where you just touch a button and then these blocks in the wall just like go away, and then you can walk through it into a secret area or whatever. Um,
Or no,
uh,
not in general. I'm
one of
just talking about
the
with your Redstone. You're going to
Yeah,
school for
one of the
engineering. Come
things
on.
I was proud of though, in my buddy's Java server, um, I did a flush piston door to get into the base, but then there was no way to get out. And so what I did was, if you put a slime block on top of a piston, and then activate that piston, if you're standing on it, it shoots you up.
Hmm.
So I did it where if you stood on the block, you just slapped a button, the block above your head would move away temporarily, then the piston would shoot you up, and then that block would go back to where it was so you wouldn't fall back through.
Mm.
So that was how you exited, and that actually, I'm terrible with redstone, and so that took me a long time to make, but there wasn't really any tutorials on YouTube. I checked,
Yeah.
so that took me a while, but I eventually got it done, and I was kind of proud of that.
Um, Callan, if you were to convince me, oh, I'm sorry, Kevin, if you were to convince me to, um, like get into Minecraft now, how would you do it? Like, you know the type of games that I play. Pretend like I've never seen Minecraft. You don't know that I think it's a fucking stupid game. But, um, what convince me to like Minecraft? What would you say?
Before you do that, if it's all right, Jordan, why do you think it's stupid? I'm
I
curious. 'Cause,
just
like I personally don't play it, but I appreciate people that do. Like
Yeah.
I like the creativity that people do, and it's so crazy to see the things that people can do in it. And so what pushes you away from it?
Because I failed high school art class.
Some people really lack the inspiration and
Yeah,
creativity.
So Jordan's not smart enough. I get it.
the mental aptitude.
Yeah, I mean,
Jordan's dumb.
it's
He's dummy.
it it comes down to like inspiration and also um it takes a lot of effort to do that kind of stuff, and so a lot of times I'll start a build and then get lazy and just be like, nah, I'm done.
That's me. You explained to me right
Without
there.
finishing it. Yeah.
Get lazy,
but-
don't finish.
Yeah, you gotta find what you like about it, which is the beauty of Minecraft. You gotta play it enough to the point where you're like, oh, this is fun, especially with friends. Like, if you're into just going out at night and slaying a bunch of skeletons and zombies and creepers, then that's what you can do. You gotta find what you like about it.
Yeah, you find your own goal. That's what I like about it. Like whenever I play survival, my goal is never Ender Dragon level. It's always very basic bitch stuff. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start out. I'm gonna build myself a little hut, and I'm gonna slowly build myself a nice house, and I'm gonna go hunting and get food, and I'm gonna make a farm, and I just kind of make small term goals as I go along, and that's why I'm more into the creative mode, just because I like the actual building more. And I like that you don't really have any restrictions when you're in creative mode. Like in creative mode, you're never limited on the resources you have, and you can fly around and do more things. But I forgot what your original question was for Cassandra. I already used that one. But I forgot what your original question was for him when we went on this tangent.
Yeah, like what convinced me to like Minecraft right now? You have 1 minute. Start talking.
Have you ever seen what the Wither is or does?
No, what the fuck's that?
Okay, so the Wither takes it takes a while to get. You have to kill these
40 seconds.
Wither skeletons. You have to kill the Wither skeletons, and once you kill enough, you get their heads, and then you get I believe it's soul sand, and then you have to like make a person out of it with 3 heads, and then when you do that, an actual Wither spawns, and this Wither just wreaks havoc, and it literally it explodes right when it spawns. So if you're standing next to it, you die, and then it starts shooting. I don't know, like fire charges, but like explosions at you, trying to kill you.
Why have you never showed me this? You know I'm fucking stupid.
Never showed interest.
And you're trying to show me these creative builds that you have when there's monsters I could be fighting?
Yeah. I always knew it'd be tough to get you into Minecraft.
Yeah, that's fair.
I did try.
Yeah, you did. You did. For those that don't know, me and Callan lived together for how long? 3 years? Almost?
3.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, 2.
Like 2
or 1 on campus, 2 off.
Yeah, 2.5. It
They're
got ended a little early.
Yeah.
They're
'cause
ex-lovers.
of COVID.
Yeah. Callan really likes the
We,
dirty butt stuff.
I was hoping not to go there.
I know. I like it real dirty, don't I, Callan?
Like and comment if you're into dirty butt stuff. I'm gonna tweet this when we release it with hashtag buttsex.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to attract like a new type of clientele to the podcast.
Yeah, this is good. But this is about to turn into a different podcast altogether.
To the you phrased this coin earlier. What you phrased this coin?
You phrase this coin.
You
Hashtag phrase this coin.
I know.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Like and comment if you phrase this coin.
You coined this phrase earlier, the AVP cast. I liked that.
Oh
was-
yeah. I'm hopefully we'll talk about that at the end.
Yeah.
I know.
AVGP.
Okay, Callan, we're gonna go into something a little more serious now.
Let's do it.
So Minecraft essentially like creates early access. Now we've seen tons of other games use early access like as a way to like better their game, find out what works, what doesn't. I mean, we've seen this with Fortnite. We've seen this now with games releasing like alphas and betas if you pre-order. I mean, Minecraft was the first one to do this. I'm pretty sure, right? Like they're among the first people ever to even do like an early access mode and continue on with this. Now, fucking Justin over here in his notes types, which is not a good thing. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't why would you not want early access, Justin? And then Callan, I don't know. I just want you to jump in. I want you guys to hash this one out.
So here's the thing. Early access games work out 50% of the time. A lot of the times they can fall and crumble, but mainly not exactly the early access part, it's also the crowdfunding. So this also was crowdfunded quite a bit at the beginning. It was mainly Notch and like a couple other people that were making it, and they did crowdfunding. And this was right at the beginning of stuff like GoFundMe and all that kind of stuff. And there are some examples of Minecraft was a big part of why a lot of small developing groups will put out GoFundMe's. And I think the most notorious example I have is a game called Mighty Number Nine. I don't know if either of you guys know what that is. Um, so you guys know Mega Man, right? It's
Hmm.
extremely popular. Mega Man's great. There was a good portion of the time where Mega Man was not being made, and so this small team wanted to create something called Mighty Number Nine, and it was going to be in the same style of Mega Man, and it looked like it was going to be like a fan service game, and it I'll look up exactly how much it raised once I'm done talking here, but it was horrible. It was a terrible game. It was god awful. They delayed it for so long and they raised so much money. And the issue with that is that so many people, just you and me, working full-time, part-time jobs, families, they don't have a ton of money. They put money into this and they got shit in return. And that's the good and the bad. Like it's great that indie developers now have a way to fund the big dreams that they have, but sometimes those dreams don't work out. And while they're not really I mean, obviously that sucks for the developer, but it sucks even more for the people that funded it. And it's not like these people are, the big companies like EA and all that kind of stuff that are losing money on it. Like who gives a shit? They're multi-million dollar companies. Who cares? This is just you, me, Joe Schmo working. You're working, eight to five. You're losing the average consumer's money, and so there's good and bad in it. There always is with pretty much anything that
Yeah.
popularizes in the gaming industry. Is that some people will use it amazingly, and some people will exploit it.
Yeah. Um, as far as the crowd funding thing, I'm not too knowledgeable on that. Um, I do know of a game called Cube World that was released. It released in alpha, and then it blew up immediately. It was basically Minecraft meets World of Warcraft, and then um, that baby was just amazing. I played it when it came out, and it was amazing, and everyone, including all like the famous Minecraft YouTubers, they all loved it, and they were ready for the game to come out. And then it was like, I think it was a wife and a husband. It was like two people, I'm pretty sure, working on it. And then after all this hype came out, like they had on their website all the plans they had for it, they just vanished, and no one ever heard from them for like 7 years.
Money
And
back.
then yeah, yeah,
Oh.
and then like I said, I think 2020 they released the full version after like literally never saying anything about it, and then it was crap. It was worse than the alpha. Like it was so bad. People were so upset.
Yeah, okay. That to me makes a lot more sense because in my head I hear early access and I think Fortnite. I mean, Fortnite, I think, still technically advertises early access. And I don't know if that's like a legal thing because maybe like advertising a game as early access means that like you can change the game as much as you want, right? Because it's not a finished product. and you're stating that. But like I don't know. I feel like Minecraft could be labeled this way. Call of Duty could be labeled this way. These games are really more like services, right? Like I feel like you're paying for a service, not necessarily a game, and that
Yep,
service is to
there's
entertain you.
there's a phrase for that. It's called games as a service. That's literally
Oh, is that
term.
actually? See, I
Yeah.
didn't even know
So
that.
um, we can go on a tangent. I can go on for hours on games as a
Yeah.
service and how bullcrap that is. There's nothing more passionate about that I hate.
Really? I
And
don't mind
I'll
that. I don't
so
mind it.
there's different forms of it
Hmm.
that are horrible, and there are some parts that can be okay. But real quick, just because I mentioned I was going to say it. So Mighty Number Nine, which turned out to be a terrible game, racked up $4 million on Kickstarter. So
Damn.
$4 million of you and I's money went down the toilet on this crappy game.
Me and Callan will make a game for $4 million, and then
Yeah, we'll do it.
yeah, it'll. Here's our game though. It's just a really extra cheap rip off of Pong, and then we take
And
the
Flappy
yeah
Bird.
and Flappy Bird, and we take the other 3.999 mil that we made and go to Vegas. I'm down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what some people will do. They'll screw you out of their money. They'll they make a $1 million game, but they take 10 million from you.
Okay.
And but oh well, when we actually talk about a games as a service game, I promise, guys, I'll go off. I promise.
there is one that I really enjoy, which is Astroneer.
Hmm.
I've played that a little bit. I remember I played that with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think I still
it's
have it.
gotten a lot better since it came out, or since you played it.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe the or the official version has come out, so it's not early access anymore. But you know me, I played it for a while before it came
Hmm.
out, and I loved it then, and I still love it now.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I don't know. I think I just don't have an engineering brain. And I don't have like my creative brain is really turned down. Either that or like for me, creativity is probably problem solving. I feel like that's my version of creativity. I don't really like build things. I try to find ways to solve problems, but like I think that's which kind of goes towards my problem with Minecraft because I don't have like a way
Well,
to I like it's some problem solving, but I feel like the problem solving in Minecraft is based off of your creative interest, right? And I just don't have that part, and so it's hard for me to like get pulled into it. You know what I mean?
yeah. Typically the builds that I do in Minecraft are they serve some sort of purpose.
Yeah.
So I'll make a room for my crafting table or my enchantment table where I enchant all my weapons and armor, but I just make it look really nice.
Hmm.
Um, that's and then I'll make an automatic chicken farm cooker.
Oh, I think
Um,
you showed me that.
yeah, and but I'll make it look really nice. That's typically what I
So
do.
how do you figure out how to make these things? Is at this point is it just YouTube videos or like is there any intuition left at all? Like have people pretty much explored all there is to offer that like that you can do on the game?
Yeah. As soon as they announce something they're gonna add to the game, people like make that in like mods, and then pretty soon after it's released in a snapshot, where it's basically like you have to download it separately, but it is almost exactly what they're gonna be putting in the game,
Hmm.
and through the snapshots, people do all the experimenting you could imagine with it, and then they figure out the bugs and they figure out what might not have been intended but isn't a bug, They figure all that stuff out before it even hits the actual
Have
game.
you done any modding in Minecraft? I mean, you mentioned it and you said you wanted to talk about it. Like, all I've seen is a couple of mods, and I saw like a realism mod that just like made the game look really realistic and good, but still uniquely cube and Minecrafty. But like, have you done any modding? Like, what have you done?
Yeah, so when my buddy showed me Minecraft, like this was very early Minecraft, and excuse me, he uh, downloaded a
I'm gonna
mod.
boost that audio so everyone can hear you burp.
Okay.
I'm gonna boost it right there.
He downloaded, I believe he downloaded the snapshots for, it was either snapshots or it was a mod that had pistons and a few other things before they even hit the actual game. But the main reason we did it was because there was a mod you could put anything you wanted into your inventory, like you can in creative. But when we were playing, there was only survival. And so naturally we, download that mod, go into the files, throw a bunch of TNT into our inventory, and then go lay it down and blow up an island, and then watch our computer crash. So we had a lot of fun with that. But when I got my own computer and I got Minecraft on it, I downloaded. The only mod I did was Tekkit mod, which was a lot of fun, but really complicated. But what I think is really cool is that since then, like I wish they had done this when I was discovering Minecraft. On the Xbox app, like for Bedrock, Minecraft Bedrock, there's two versions, Java and Bedrock. Java is only computer, and then Bedrock is for the consoles and computer, and it's cross-platform, so you can play with each other. So on the Bedrock version, there's a whole marketplace of worlds, like you guys talked about, that look like you're in Hogwarts, but then there's also dragons that you can breed and
Wait,
like
what do
raise
you
and then ride the dragons around
what do you mean by marketplace? Are
without.
you saying that like I can like people who have taken time to create these worlds, I can like buy the world from them and then go into
Yes,
it?
some people
That's
make a
cool.
lot of money by making really cool things in Minecraft and then selling it on the marketplace.
That is interesting. Okay, so now you're talking. You're telling me I can take a tour of Hogwarts through Minecraft.
I don't know if they have specifically Hogwarts, but they have a lot of
Just say
stuff
yes.
like that.
So,
I think they have one with that
so we're
name.
gonna ditch this industry and we're gonna go start making mods on, or we're gonna start making things on Minecraft and start selling them.
It's yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Thanks for tuning in
Get
to the
your
last
penis. Get your penis here.
Find your penis. Got you one penis, man. Thanks for tuning in to the last episode of the podcast. We're gonna go get rich off Minecraft. Bye.
Yeah, because I'm sure Minecraft will get us rich.
Yeah. But yeah, like I was saying, there's a lot of cool mods on there that I would have just had a blast with when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But
Oh, one really good question.
If would you recommend is Minecraft such a community like for example World of Warcraft where you can't get into it today? Like if you've never played World of Warcraft and you try to get into it now, there's no way. Like everyone else in the game is already so much more experienced than you, and it's very hard to get into it. Is Minecraft like that, or would you, if someone's never heard of Minecraft, would you tell them go download it right now? You're good to play it, dude.
I mean, no, you kind of have, you don't have to, but a basic knowledge is really good because there's a lot of things about the game that just make the whole experience a lot better. Like if you didn't know how to enchant items, it's going to make the game really slow. So if you were to get into Minecraft today, I would highly suggest doing like YouTube research and watching videos of things on Minecraft you think you might like, so that you can see them doing something and go like, "Hey, I didn't know you could do that," and then you go to I use the the Minecraft wiki page all the time because I forget how to make certain things all the time. And so, like I said, even today I'll be doing research while I play. And so that's a key aspect, is basically doing research so that you know all the things that you're capable of in the game, and it just makes everything better.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that to me makes a lot of sense. Man. Why do you think the creator intentionally made the graphics like really low quality
Yes.
so that it could be played on like any device? Was it with that thought in mind? Because I will say that's one thing of Minecraft that is really impressive: the fact that I can play it on my phone, my tablet, my $5,000 PC, on any console. Literally, if it's a screen, it can probably play Minecraft.
So he made it this quality because it's easy. It was easier to do that. It started with one dude, and so it was a lot easier to make it that way. Notch, yeah, and he didn't expand it to the point. He doesn't own Minecraft anymore. Microsoft owns Minecraft, and he sold it, which I'll find out the exact amount here in a second. But he sold it because he lost interest. He stopped developing it. And he did it because that was, creativity was a big part of it, and the simplicity of it. And I think that's also why a lot of people played it. A lot of people, why it's so easy to get into, is because of the simplicity of it. It doesn't take a whole lot of brain power to figure out the mechanics. It doesn't take a whole lot to see what is what. Everything is very low quality, but also everything is very distinct. You know what's a flower, you know what's an animal, you know what's a tree.
A cool $2.5 billion. I just Googled it. Holy shit.
#1 selling game of all time.
That is Is it actually? I thought it was like Tetris or some bullshit like that.
It used to be.
Really?
Not anymore.
Really? Okay. All right.
And then now GTA has also surpassed Tetris.
Like GTA 5 or GTA as a whole?
GTA 5. Sorry, GTA 5.
So I don't. So GTA 5, which we're going to talk about in a later episode, I promise. GTA 5 is actually the if it's not GTA anymore and it's Minecraft now, at least it used to be the highest selling entertainment piece in the entire world, meaning it made more money. It's money making. It made more money than any TV show, movie, any source of media. GTA has made the most money out of.
I could see that. Like, is it that Minecraft has sold the most number of copies, but GTA has the most like income? Because that to me would make sense. Because like you buy one copy of Minecraft, you own the game. I feel like, but GTA, you can always spend more money in their online shit, which is like pretty cool.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, Minecraft's at 200 mil, at least according to the wiki page, 200 mil sold sales, and GTA 5 is at 140.
Oh,
million.
like dollars or units? Units sold. Okay.
And then Tetris at 100 mil.
Okay.
But that I think that makes sense. The in-game purchases.
Yeah.
The next week's episode where we talk about Tetris.
Oh my god! Watch me blow my own fucking brains out.
Yeah, tune in next week where I talk about Tetris for an hour and Jordan chokes himself.
Yeah,
dude, Jordan.
What?
You should get Tetris 99 on your Switch. It's free.
It's
really fun.
On my
It's a battle royale for Tetris.
It's a battle royale?
Okay, so when you clear a line...
Your blocks have guns.
No, when you clear a line, that line gets sent to another player.
Katrina, what are you telling me?
You play against 99 other people in Tetris, and every time you clear a line, it gets sent to someone else.
Oh.
And then you got to be the last one standing. And it's free.
I like Tetris.
Yeah.
Jesus. All right. Well, I mean, maybe I'll look into it. I got to be honest. I beat Legend of Zelda, and then I haven't touched my Switch since.
Jordan, what do you think about an episode about retro games?
I would be willing to do a full like one episode where we just kind of encompass like games like Galaga, Pac-Man, shit like
Tetris.
that. Tetris, yes. Like just
Tetanus.
the joystick generation. Did you guys ever play on a joystick? Is that something that you guys ever did?
Oh, yeah.
I did own a joystick when I was really young.
We're talking about like plug-in TV.
Yeah,
games.
yeah,
I used to
Yeah.
have a pinball game that was like a controller that you plug directly into the TV with like the red, white, and yellow cords and
And blue
into
times.
your old box TV, and it was a pinball game that you could play on like there's a prehistoric level and a space level, and I played that thing for hours.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Callan, what about you?
Yeah, I played a lot of. I had a lot of plug-in TV games. One of them had like 6 games in one, but a lot of them they were all like games from my dad's childhood. So he loved. My dad was born in '51.
Oh, that's right. Your dad's
way before
old as
video games.
fuck.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. Holy shit. Has he gotten cancer yet?
no. Well, yeah, he's got.
What kind of question is that? Yo, what's up, Grandma? You got cancer
twice.
yet?
He got it twice on his face, but they
so he
did
has.
surgery before it
Yeah.
was before it went malignant or whatever.
This is a podcast about video games. I'm saying.
Yeah, that took a weird turn.
I think I got you guys beat though. My dad, who is a computer geek, he's where I learned a lot of my computer skills from. He made out of an old computer, he like sawed up pieces of wood and all this kind of stuff, and he made an old arcade machine that had 2 joysticks and buttons and everything, and it had a list of almost every retro game, everything from Pac-Man to the original Super Mario to like Marvel versus Capcom, Street Fighter, and it had a whole list of like, I think it was like 60 games that were that old, and you literally just press a button that was in front of the machine to just for your coin inserts, so you could just mash that button and insert a bunch of coins. And I played so many old arcade games. Like my favorite one was Hook, which was a Peter Pan side-scrolling beat 'em up, and it was so much fun.
It's really impressive, actually. So your dad made you this? Like
He didn't make me this. He
Oh,
made him that.
he
And
made it for himself. Yeah.
yeah, eventually he did leave it at the house, and it obviously doesn't work anymore. It was made out of like an old computer monitor, like one of the ones that the dinosaur back piece that looked like a turtle. Yeah.
So I feel like this has taken a turn, and we've started talking about retro games now. Why do we feel like Minecraft gets looped into retro games? Because I feel like that's kind of what we're doing, and that's kind of what's happening in front of my eyes here.
We started talking about Tetris.
Well, yeah, but
And
I mean, I guess
were
it's
talking
blocks.
about
It's
the,
all blocks. Tetris is blocks. Minecraft is blocks.
You're just trying to connect a
Well, we
piece
were
back to
talking-
Minecraft.
I know.
So funny.
I'm like
About
that
the-
guy that's like trying to touch the whiteboard in his brain, like with the wires going everywhere.
Oh, from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yes. You know what I'm talking about.
It's all connected.
yeah, we were talking about the graphics, and one of the points I was gonna say is like they're still making like 8-bit games that just are not. They don't have any graphics. They're 8-bit, but they're still fun to play. And so I think that was one of the reasons why he didn't mind it being so low on the graphics was because it's like it's still a thing to make games like that.
My opinion is, and it's different person to person. Like my wife will say that graphics can make or break a game for her, and it's harder for her to get into games that have low graphics. But for me, at least, graphics mean nothing to how good a game can be. Graphics mean absolutely nothing.
Really?
And also, games can be beautiful and like, I think one of the most beautiful games I've ever seen in my life is Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight is a gorgeous game. And Jordan, you just had a weird face on. I'll send you screenshots. Shovel Knight. It's one of my favorite games of all time, and it is one of the most beautiful games of all time. And it's 8-bit, and it's or 16. I can't remember, but it's absolutely gorgeous in the way they'd use the colors, and it's so good. And I don't think the graphics quality has anything to do with the quality of a game whatsoever. And
Really?
yeah, you can have a really fun game that's low graphics. Like in there, like Nintendo does this a lot. They look at the Nintendo Switch. They're not trying to put out the most amazing graphics in the world. Like if you compared, let's say Battlefield to just graphics wise, not gameplay wise, Battlefield to like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, there if it by like it's a design, it's an art design, whereas definitively Battlefield has better graphics, it has higher polygon count, it is significantly more detailed than Breath of the Wild, and yet most people agree Breath of the Wild is a beautiful game, and it's
Yeah, it
because
was
it's an
pretty
art
good.
style choice.
Cecilia, I see you wanting to
Yes.
jump in.
Uh, well, I like what he said about the art style choice. The, you know, the aesthetic you go for is more important than the graphics. Like Borderlands has its own aesthetic, and I love it. It's not, the highest definition, but it's still amazing, you know.
Yeah.
There are so many games that people overlook because they don't have good graphics, and it's a huge mistake.
Well, I think a lot of us, and maybe it's just because I'm no longer in my teens, but I get headaches if the graphics aren't good enough. Like it literally hurts my eyes to look at. Like I feel like that's my only rife about this year's COD is that the graphics are so bad that it hurts my head to like try to watch.
Well,
And
there's a big
I don't know.
difference between artistic vision and execution. Because like Call of Duty tries to do this high high resolution realistic look, but it doesn't. They don't put it in the oven long enough, and it comes out shit. And so that's a problem with the execution of what they were trying to do. And sometimes also a big issue is they will. Another big issue is that people will developers will try to do a very high res thing, but they don't have the technology to do it. A good example of this that just first came to my mind was like old Sonic games. Old Sonic games, they tried to make things really beautiful, but they didn't have the technology at the time, so it turned out bad. And so it's all graphics is always up to people's individual interpretation. Like, it's up to you and whether or not you think it looks good or not. But someone can execute graphics very poorly, but also people like Borderlands can have an art vision and an artistic vision of it and execute it perfectly.
That to me actually makes a little bit of sense. Like the style of the game matters. I mean, I guess I get that. Yeah. We're nearing the end of our hour here. Callan, you were the resident Minecraft expert already. Um, I'm sorry, Claudia. You are the resident Minecraft expert. Is there anything that we haven't talked about that you feel like we need to touch on?
Um,
I mean, just
I
any
don't know. I
parting
mean,
thoughts that you wanna share.
well, it's the only game. Like I've been playing Minecraft longer than any other game, and my love for it has only gone up. Um, and I think it's a game everybody should play because, um, like Justin was saying, it is a game that combines the left brain and the right brain in it. It uses logic, but it also uses creativity, and it takes like a perfect harmony of that to have fun. And I I think there's a reason it's the best selling game ever, and that's because it is the best game ever.
Oh
But
shit.
that's my
Those are
opinion.
some strong words. Justin, you got anything else you want to
Yeah,
throw in there?
pick up Minecraft if you can.
I,
Most
I
people
feel
have already.
I
So
I will say I have it on my computer. I bought it. I played it once.
Do you want to play after this?
I wish, man. I gotta go hang out with Riley, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, I think that's a good place to wrap up. Pick it up if
Yeah.
you can, and it's a good game to at least experience. If you
Hmm.
don't play it religiously, it's not a big deal. Just know what it's about. And but Callan, thank you so much for coming on to the podcast. We realized it was short notice. We asked you earlier today, so we appreciate you making the time.
Yeah, you're a bunch of.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I was gonna say you're a bunch of fucking nerds. No, dude, Callan, but I'm glad that you could come on. It's really good to see you. It's good to hear that soft, silky voice that comes out of that fucking mouth. Look at Justin right
Good
now.
to be here.
You guys are so cute.
I know, aren't we? Riley has a little bit of competition now.
She's always had company.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's me.
Oh, cat fight! Wah, 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 wah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for listening, everybody. Don't forget to, if you're on YouTube, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you're on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, rate us and share with your friends. It's a good way that we can keep these going and make some progress with trying to build this up. I do want to add at the very end, this episode would not have happened without an amazing commenter named Adrian, and I'm sorry if I mispronounced your last name. It's Adrian Casillas. Or Casillas, but you commented requesting this episode, and we really appreciate it. So if you want to hear some more games from us, or just want to ask us about our opinions on different topics about gaming, put it in the comments or follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter is a vid game podcast. It's at a vid game podcast. Yeah, talk to us on there if you can't get to us on YouTube.
Yeah, all that shit really matters, guys, and it really means a lot to me and Justin to see people comment and like to see people say that like, oh, I listened to the whole thing, I fall asleep to that. I was like, oh my god, that made my day. Someone said that the other day, and I was like, hell yeah. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much for listening. Kelvin, thank you for coming on. We really appreciate you and your knowledge. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.